at 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Right now on GMSA, extreme weather battering different parts of our country. We're going to take a look at where and how it could affect Texas this week.
Plus, we're getting you ready for MLK Day tomorrow ahead of one of the largest marches in the country right here in the Alamo City.
And speaking of the Alamo City, taking a live look out there. So yesterday we started at about 32 degrees. Not that cold this morning. We're checking with Sarah Spivey for your full forecast in just a few moments. But until then, good morning. It is 6 o'clock. It is Sunday. It is January 15th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us.
Good morning.
Yesterday ended up being gorgeous out there. Did you make it outside?
Yes, I went to Guadalupe State River Park.
Nice.
It was beautiful.
This is the second attempt.
This is the second attempt. I went last weekend. They were closed for a private hunt.
Oh, fancy.
I know, but they were open, and I called ahead this time.
Nice. Did you guys go hiking?
Yeah, we just walked. They have a very simple, easy trails.
Big hat?
No big hat.
Okay. You needed the big hat yesterday. There was a lot of sunshine.
It was sunny yesterday.
Yeah, and you know what? Today's going to be mostly sunny as well. Although there are some areas of very patchy fog out there this morning. Not really showing up on our sensors around the city, but I can see them on the TransGuide cameras there. So a little bit of fog this morning to deal with. Otherwise, though, it is a cool but pleasant morning outside. 50 degrees. You know, yesterday we started off right near freezing. So this is a little bit warmer than yesterday morning. It's 48 in Rock Springs, 44 in New Braunfels, 39 in Hondo, 49 in Gonzales, 43 in Eagle Pass, and 50 in Del Rio. Here's what you need to know. Today, it is going to get pretty windy. We're going to have gusts from the south up to about 30 miles per hour, but it'll end up being a pleasant afternoon in the 70s this afternoon. For tomorrow, for the holiday, some patchy morning fog, and it will be even warmer, nearer to 80 degrees tomorrow. And in the week ahead, we've got a lot to talk about, including a midweek cool front, bringing us here in San Antonio some slim rain chances. So that forecast coming up in a few minutes. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Topping your morning headlines, extreme weather being felt in different parts across the country. As
ABC's Derek Dennis reports, there's flooding concerns for over 26 million people in California as more rain fell there overnight.
Dramatic video from Orange County, California, where rescue crews used a helicopter to drop down and pull a young woman from a swollen creek in Laguna Hills. She was hanging onto a tree in the fast-moving water. That creek and rivers like it overflowing with water from a deluge of rain that once again swept through the state, causing more flooding Saturday. And take a look at this bolt of lightning in San Francisco, striking the Golden Gate Bridge in the distance. In the Sierra Nevada mountains, more snow, whiteout conditions near the California-Nevada border forced part of Interstate 80 to close. Several feet of snow has already fallen in the area, and another 3 to 6 feet is expected on the ground by Monday morning. That atmospheric river bringing moisture from the Pacific Ocean has been walloping the West since last month and killed at least 17 people. In the South, crews are searching for survivors after tornadoes touched down in 7 states, leaving at least 9 people dead, many from Autauga County, just north of Montgomery, Alabama. Julia Jackson knew one of the victims.
Just took him out of his trailer and just, like a rag doll, just spin him around and threw him down. All you can do is just cry. It hurts so bad to see my community like this.
Forecasters say the storm out west now will move east, bringing rain and possible snow to the northeast later this week. Derek Dennis, ABC News, New York.
Other top headlines, the AP Associated Press reporting 68 people pronounced dead in the aftermath of a plane crash in Nepal. This is the country's deadliest plane crash in nearly 30 years. Rescuers still combing through the crash site near the Seti River. It's about a mile away from Pokhara International Airport. Workers there expected to find more bodies throughout the search. The twin-engine plane was on just a 27-minute flight. It was carrying 68 passengers and 4 crew members. Not immediately clear what caused the plane to crash.
Over in Ukraine, new missile attacks from Russia targeted multiple Ukrainian cities for the first time in nearly 2 weeks. The Associated Press reports 12 people were killed and 64 others were wounded after a Russian missile strike destroyed a section of an apartment building in the southeastern part of the country. Missile strikes also hit power plants in 5 regions across Ukraine on Saturday.
Back here at home, President Joe Biden's aides finding more classified material inside his home in Wilmington, Delaware. The White House announcing just yesterday that 5 more pages of those classified documents were found earlier this week. The president has told reporters repeatedly he's cooperating fully with the Department of Justice, and the White House says they're confident that any probe, any investigation will show that the documents were quote unquote inadvertently misplaced. In your consumer headlines, we've been breaking down for months how inflation is hurting people around our country, hurting food budgets, hurting so many families. But now we can actually give you an exact amount. The typical American spent $371 more just last month, all due to inflation compared to a year ago. However, Moody's Analytics reports the cost of living shock appears to be easing. Paychecks are actually starting to catch up. At the inflation peak last June, Moody's says the typical family spent an additional $502 more per month when compared to the year before.
Meanwhile, demand for diabetes drug is on the rise, and it has to do with weight loss. The drug semaglutide was initially marketed under the name Ozempic to manage type 2 diabetes, but last year was approved by the FDA to be used for weight loss. Now the drug maker of Ozempic is struggling to meet the skyrocketing demand, which doctors say is creating a problem for patients who have type 2 diabetes.
Our patients with diabetes are struggling just to get their medications to control their blood sugars. And so we're having to substitute other medications, increase their insulin requirements. People are gaining weight back, from not being on these medications. And so it really is becoming a problem for our patients that are dealing with type 2 diabetes.
The CDC says over 37 million Americans have diabetes, and 90 to 95% of them have type 2 diabetes.
Time now just about 6:07, 48 degrees out.
So to come on GMSA, wild card weekend in full swing across the NFL, Max.
Oh my goodness. Yesterday, 2 crazy games. I was a little bit nervous, Niners, Seahawks. And then yesterday with the Jags, a record-breaking performance, a comeback. And of course, we're going to talk about the Cowboys, what they need to do to stay alive, taking on Tom Brady and Tampa Bay.
Can they do it, though?
We're going to talk about it.
Okay, we're going to talk about it. Okay, Max, you said 48 degrees was not cold. I beg to differ. I was very cold.
You and I flip-flop a lot about this.
I feel like it's like that kind of like cold that gets in your bones this morning. I don't know. I might be being dramatic, but Sarah Spivey, she's going to have the real forecast for you when we come back.
Good morning. Welcome back and happy Sunday. So like we've been saying, the last 2 days, chef's kiss out there.
Absolutely beautiful outside. We started off really cold, though, yesterday, near freezing in San Antonio. So it's nice to wake up and not need the very heavy coat, So.
I still had a tiny bit of frost on the top of not my little car, but my bigger car.
I think it was probably dew, because the dew point is above freezing.
I don't know, but I was cold this morning. It was like bone cold. It's like wet cold.
Okay.
Is that the fog?
There's some fog out there. Yeah.
We're gonna keep the weather for Sarah Spivey.
And take a look outside. There are some areas of fog.
My bones.
There you go, Sarah. Look, visibility is down to 4 miles at GMSA Randolph on the east side. So maybe that was what you were seeing out there. Okay, yeah, you could run into some areas of patchy fog, but this is going to be very, very isolated and brief because we've got mostly sunny skies out there for the remainder of the day. So even though it's chilly and cool right now with clear skies, we are going to be seeing that sun soon. 39 in Hondo, 43 in Pleasanton, 44 in New Braunfels, 50 in Kerrville and in Del Rio this morning, 52 in Laredo. Compare this to this time yesterday. We're about 15 to 20 degrees warmer than how we started off the day yesterday. So that gives you an idea. Today is going to be a little warmer than yesterday. Now, one of the reasons why it's warmer out there is because the dew points are slightly higher. Dew points are in the 40s rather than in the 20s and 30s. And throughout the day today, we're going to have winds from the south, bringing in some of that Gulf of Mexico moisture. Today, we could see wind gusts of up to 30 to even possibly 35 miles per hour at times. So if there's going to be any major impact, perhaps you're doing a backyard barbecue today. I know the Cowboys aren't playing today, but it is the playoffs. So if you're doing a cookout, know that you're going to want to keep those napkins weighed down with rocks or different things because it is going to be pretty breezy out there. Gusts up to 25 to 30 miles per hour all day long. We'll eventually see the winds come down a little bit tonight, but still pretty breezy even in the evening with winds sustained at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Again, all of those winds from the south are steadily going to raise the humidity levels. So dew points this morning are in the 40s, but by the evening, dew points will be close to 60 degrees, which is pretty muggy. What does that mean for us? Well, it means that early tomorrow morning for the holiday, we could end up with some patchy fog. Otherwise, here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast. 50 degrees at 8, 10 will be near 60, and notice that after 10 o'clock, that's when those winds are really going to start to pick up. By noon, we're going to be close to 70 degrees. A great day to be outside if you can stand the winds. Also, these winds are from the south, not from the north. So mountain cedar trees live up in the north of San Antonio. A wind from the south typically does not elevate mountain cedar levels the way a north wind would. So keep that in mind too. Even though, yes, it's going to be windy, this isn't going to be a cedar breeze, which is good news. 75 degrees outside for the high temperature in San Antonio. Look at our average high, 63. We're going to be quite a bit warmer than that. 77 in Castroville and at Stinson, 77 New Braunfels, Seguin, 75 in Bandera, 71 in Bernie, and 71 in Comfort. Let's talk briefly about our weather setup here. Remember how yesterday I was showing you that atmospheric river across California? Well, that same system has moved into the Four Corners region, producing a lot of snow for the Four Corners. But here in Texas, unfortunately, this low is going to track to the north. So this system is not going to bring us any rain. In fact, it's going to move well to the north of us. By Wednesday, however, there is going to be another system that sets up in the Four Corners region. This one's going to track a little bit further south. In San Antonio, we're going to be on the tail end of things, so the best we can do is a 20% chance for isolated rain in the morning on Wednesday. Most of this storminess will be associated with North and East Texas. So as we look at our forecast here, we're going to be seeing temperatures near 80 degrees for the holiday tomorrow, near 80 degrees on Tuesday as well. So a warm first half of the week, but then that front moves through, sets things back down into the pleasant category of cool mornings, comfortable afternoons. Looks like the weekend may be a little cooler with highs in the 60s. I'll be back during the next half hour to talk a little bit more about that front moving through on Wednesday.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. Obviously, we've been talking about it for so long. Tomorrow, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and for the first time in 3 years, the MLK March here in San Antonio, the largest in the nation, is back in person.
Very exciting. GMSA's Alyssa Cole joins us this morning. Alyssa, so you spoke with event leaders, and what did they say? What can people expect for this much anticipated march tomorrow?
Yes, good morning, Max and Sarah. Well, it's going to be a big event, that's for sure, like you mentioned, Max. Well, after talking with the MLK Day March Commission, I can tell you that everyone is ready to take to the streets again. Now, it's the largest march in the country, like you mentioned, Max, and roughly 300,000 people participated in the march back in 2020. But tomorrow, event leaders are planning for at least 100,000 more. The theme this year is Together We Can Be the Dream. The commission's chairman, Dwayne Robinson, tells me this year is special because back in September, the commission successfully lobbied the San Antonio City Council for an extra $200,000. Outside of making the March event bigger and better, they'll use a portion of that money to support education for local high school seniors.
Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we weren't able to secure a vehicle for our scholarships, which we usually do a raffle to raise money. So because we are not going to have that, we will put some additional dollars out of those funds towards the scholarships.
Now, the march will start at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Academy at 10 a.m., followed by the park celebration at Pittman Sullivan Park. There will be food, performances, vendors, play areas, and all kinds of fun at the park celebration. So, of course, if you have tomorrow off, consider being a part of the march. Take your family out there. It'll be a good time. Back to you all at the desk.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. I'll be out there early in the morning covering that march. And as we mentioned, VIA is giving free rides to the 36th annual Martin Luther King Jr. March on Monday. The free service will be from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at 2 locations.
And it really is such an amazing march. Make it out there if you can. And you can catch a ride at the Freeman Coliseum, East Houston Street in Lot 1, and at St. Philip's College on Martin Luther King Drive, Lot 22. For the return service, buses will drop off passengers to their original pickup location from noon to 3 p.m. Time now 6:17, 48 degrees out.
Up next, the NFL playoffs are off to a hot start, Max.
Did you catch any of it yesterday?
No, I was outside.
That's fair. Okay, well, you got the sunshine. I got the football. Honestly, two great games. Seahawks game, Niners game got a little out of hand, but this game, a historic comeback, as you see in the graphic. We're going to have the highlights next.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
Okay, Max, this morning, 2 games into Wild Card Weekend, and we've already seen a great one.
I don't want to take anything away from the Seahawks-Niners game, but last night's Chargers-Jaguars game, it featured the 3rd largest comeback in NFL history. Take a look. Despite 5 first-half turnovers for the Jags, usually a death sentence for any team, they erased a 27-0 lead against the Chargers, storming a comeback and kicking a game-winning field goal in the final seconds. Jacksonville wins 31-30, moving on to the divisional round next weekend. And Sarah, you're supposed to be joining me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come hang out. Fun fact, while I have time, Trevor Lawrence has never lost on a Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So fun fact for everyone out there.
Okay, so looking ahead, Wild Card Weekend will wrap up Monday night when my Dallas Cowboys visit Tom Brady, who I'm not a big fan of, and the Tampa Bay. But no, because I love the Cowboys.
Okay, so were you a fan of him before this matchup? Okay. So the primetime matchup, the last of 6 wild card games. And Dallas is actually favored by just over 2 points. Remember, Dallas finishing the regular season a really impressive 12-5. But here's the thing. They still came in second in their division, only behind the NFC leaders, Philadelphia Eagles. In the regular season finale, they had a chance to still win the NFC East. The Cowboys actually lost 26-6 at the Washington Commanders. Eagles won on that same day, wrapping up the division. So the Cowboys score didn't matter. But in the end, they're still headed to the playoffs. And you see this flash freeze of the game-winning points against the Cowboys. So there you go.
Yeah, I've been able to put it behind me. As you just said, when something's uncharacteristic, it's about getting back and doing the things that you know who you are, and that's the study and that's the preparation. That's making sure I'm doing the thing, everything I need to mentally to leave no doubt that I respond the right way, and that's really all I know how to do. So, yeah, that's behind me, to be honest with you.
All right, so as Cowboy fans know, the Bucs quarterback, longtime Patriots quarterback, immediate Hall of Famer Tom Brady has actually never lost to them. That's just a really fun fact. He is a perfect 7-0.
So much fun.
Brady and the Bucs beat the Cowboys 19-3 back in Week 1, but Monday's game will mark the first time that Brady faces the Cowboys in the playoffs. Remember, he was in the AFC for the majority of his career. They're in the NFC, so unless they met in the Super Bowl, which clearly they did not, they didn't really have that many matchups. Kickoff set for 7:15. And here's the fun part. You can watch it right here on KSAT 12.
Very cool.
Yeah, 7:15. So what's your prognostication?
I don't want to say anything.
Whoa.
Because,
you a little pessimistic?
I'm a little pessimistic. I'm a realist, Max.
I think Cowboys win.
Okay.
Handily.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I don't think the Bucs are very good. I think people are just saying Tom Brady, but I think the Cowboys are just objectively a better team.
When you think Tom Brady is but then he does things and you're like, oh, great, cool.
That was a great analysis. 6:24, 48 degrees out.
All right, coming up after the break, the winning Mega Millions ticket worth over $1 billion. It was sold in Maine. We're hearing from the owner of the gas station where it was sold, why he thought the winning phone call was a scam. Okay, so this last Friday, huge Mega Million lottery jackpot of $1.3 billion.
Did you play?
I did. I won 17 cents.
Didn't lose any money, so that's good.
No, I did. I lost $3.
Okay.
Or $2
83 cents.
Thank you.
One person in Maine on Friday the 13th, they won more than negative $2.83. They won about $1.35 billion. Someone in town in Lebanon, Maine, winning the Mega Millions lotto ticket, sold to the gas station. The owner of that store says he initially thought the call informing him of the big win was a scam.
The caller ID showed an Augusta, Maine telephone number, alerting me that our store had sold the winning ticket for the $1.3 billion jackpot. The next thing I expected was him to ask me for a gift card because I thought for sure it was a scam, but it wasn't.
All right, Maine Lottery says the cash prize will come to around $720 million after taxes. That owner will receive a $50,000 selling bonus. Every time I have my certain place that I go that's right by my house, and the owner's like, hey, don't forget me if you win. I was like, I won't forget you.
And either will the lottery service.
No, they'll let them know.
Time now is 6:28, 48 degrees out.
Still ahead at 6:30, a sorority on the east side of San Antonio helping eliminate food insecurity for kids. We'll take a look in just a few minutes.
Plus, cowboys and cowgirls saddling up to compete in the right to ride in the San Antonio Rodeo next month. We have all the action from Uvalde that's coming up. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. 6:32 this morning. It is January 15th. Yesterday, it actually felt like we were in the midst of January. Today it's a little warmer. So break it down. Yesterday, did you have the hat? Did you have the blanket? Like
no,
parka?
No, because I was hiking, so I just did like layers.
Okay.
But I went in the afternoon, but in the shade, in the shadows, Max, it was definitely chilly, and I was at the Guadalupe River, and the water was very cold. My dogs, they swam a little bit, and then Sister got out after. It's my dog's name. She was shivering because, Sarah, it was chilly yesterday afternoon.
Windy, too. So, we were able to see that quick evaporation. And otherwise, things today are going to be even windier. We'll be looking at wind gusts of up to about 30 miles per hour today. Before you head out the door, there are some areas of patchy fog. You can see that on the TransGuide camera here. This is 35 southbound at Maine. Again, just some very light patchy fog. Visibility along I-35 is down from a perfect 10 to 4 miles. GMSA Randolph, 8 miles, New Braunfels, and San Marcos. So that is possible to see some fog early this morning. Otherwise, though, it's going to be a mostly sunny day. It's 50 degrees outside right now under those clear skies. Elsewhere, it's 50 in Bernie Stage Airfield, 40 in Rio Medina, 48 in Bulverde, 39 in Hondo, 44 in New Braunfels, and 49 in Seguin. An improvement from yesterday. We were starting off near freezing in San Antonio, so temperatures quite a bit warmer early this morning. Today, the big weather story is the fact that it is going to be windy with south gusts up to 35 miles per hour. But if you can stand the wind, it's going to be a beautiful day. 75 degrees for the high temperature today. Tomorrow, some fog early in the morning. I think, though, by the March around 10 o'clock, things should clear up nicely for us. We'll keep you updated. Otherwise, it's going to be a warm one near 80 degrees for the holiday tomorrow. Coming up in the forecast, we're going to talk about a cool front and slim rain chances in the week ahead. All of those details in just a few minutes. Sarah and Max.
Thank you, Sarah. As you mentioned, tomorrow is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and for the first time in 3 years, the MLK March here in San Antonio, the largest across the country, it's back in person.
It's a big deal. GMSA's Alyssa Cole joins us this morning. So, Alyssa, you spoke with event leaders, and what did they tell you about the much anticipation for tomorrow's march?
Good morning, Max and Sarah. They told me nothing but good things, and it's going to be a big turnout. So I can definitely tell you everyone is ready to take to the streets again. Now, like you mentioned, Max, it's the largest march in the country. Roughly 300,000 people participated in the last in-person march back in 2020. But tomorrow, event leaders are planning for at least 100,000 more people. The theme this year is Together We Can Be the Dream. The commission's chairman, Dwayne Robinson, tells me this year is special because back in September, the commission successfully lobbied the San Antonio City Council for an extra $200,000. Outside of making this March event bigger and better, they'll use a portion of that money to support education for local high school seniors.
Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we weren't able to secure a vehicle for our scholarships, which we usually do a raffle to raise money. So because we are not going to have that, we will put some additional dollars out of those funds towards the scholarships.
Now, of course, the march will start at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Academy at 10 a.m., followed by the park celebration at Pittman Sullivan Park. There will be food, performances, vendors, play areas, and all kinds of fun at the park celebration. So, of course, if you have the day off tomorrow, make plans to be at the march. Take your family, take kids, dog, whoever. You all will have a good time. Back to you all.
Thank you, Alyssa. And we want to mention that VIA is giving free rides to the 36th annual MLK Junior March tomorrow. The free service will be from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at 2 locations.
And you can catch a ride at the Freeman Coliseum on East Houston Street in Lot 1. St. Philip's College also has rides on Martin Luther King Drive, Lot 22, for the return service. Buses will drop off passengers to their original pickup location from noon to 3 p.m.
And a sorority on the east side of San Antonio is doing its part to eliminate food insecurity for children. The local Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority hosted their We Are One day of service yesterday. It was part of the sorority's Childhood Hunger Initiative Power Pack project. So the drive helps children experiencing food insecurity at Booker T. Washington Elementary. What was collected will be given as weekly food packs for kids. Organizers say food insecurities is just one of the many issues people are dealing with, but they don't have to face them on their own.
And meanwhile, last night was the first ever qualifier finals for the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo in Uvalde. So for over a year, thousands have worked to coordinate the week-long event. It saw more than 800 contestants compete in a variety of events. The top 10 in each event, well, they get to come to San Antonio next month to compete in the rodeo here in the Alamo City. On top of being the rodeo's first qualifier event, this event brings the sights and sounds of a big city rodeo to a small community like Uvalde.
Bring the sport of rodeo to anywhere we can. That is really one of our missions. Let kids see it, let everybody see it. It's such a fun event, and it's been going on for generations and decades.
I can sit back and I can say every contestant out there, you had a shot to get into San Antonio, which is the biggest, baddest rodeo in the nation.
Last year, the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo, they gave away over $11 million in scholarships, and they hope to do it again this year. They also want to inspire the next generation of cowboys and cowgirls. And looking ahead, the high-profile trial of an Air Force major accused of murdering his wife. That trial is set to begin later this week. Andre McDonald, he is facing murder and tampering with evidence charges.
So right now, streaming on all KSAT platforms is an in-depth look at this case. It's called Open Court, the trial of Andre McDonald. You can watch this special on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, or KSAT's YouTube page. Jury's selection for Andre McDonald's trial starts on Tuesday.
The impressive downtown expansion, the emphasis on computer science, and of course, the football team's success. We're talking about UTSA, the growth and the future of the school. At the helm is the president of the school, Dr. Taylor Amy. He's going to be joining us live later this morning, 8 a.m. We're going to be discussing a variety of topics related to the university and, of course, the big plans in the work. If you have any questions you'd like to ask, you can submit them right now. Just head to the leading essay section of KSAT.com. Join us later this morning, 8 a.m. for our full conversation. Time now, 6:39, 49 degrees out.
Still ahead on GMSA, problems continue for the Dallas Zoo after a leopard escaped on Friday. Why they're now dealing with another incident that involved monkeys.
And up next, landfills across the country, they are filling up fast. How different states are tackling these problems before it's too late.
49 degrees at 6:39 this morning. Sarah Spivey says later on this week we can expect another light cool front. She'll explain when we come back.
Good morning and welcome back. Landfills across the country, they're filling up. So much waste is actually generated by packaging.
As ABC's Ginger Z reports, some states are now turning to new regulations to encourage more recyclable manufacturer packaging.
When it comes to plastic, the U.S. is the most wasteful country per capita in the world. Our takeout and obsession with single-use plastic is accumulating quickly, and most of it is not recyclable.
We generate a tremendous amount of waste as a country, and as a result, landfills are filling up.
Most landfills in the U.S. are near 70 to 80% of their total capacity, according to the Pew Charitable Trusts. And get this, a recent report from Greenpeace shows that American households made 51 million tons of plastic waste in 2021, and less than 5% of that was recycled. To fix this heaping problem, some states have enacted new laws which incentivize manufacturers to make their packaging recyclable.
Is to place responsibility for the generation of waste on the companies that produce it, or at least have them bear some more of the responsibility.
Like in Maine, where beginning in 2026, the state will force producers to pay fees based on the amount and recyclability of their packaging. The fees collected will go directly to municipalities for reimbursement of waste management costs, as well as recycling infrastructure improvements and programs. The best way to get rid of plastic waste? Don't buy it in the first place. With this Climate Minute, I'm Ginger Z.
So some of the states with these new laws include Colorado, California, and Oregon, and it's certainly possible more states will follow.
All right, well, taking a look at the weather, 49 degrees, a much warmer start than we had yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. By nearly 20 degrees. Yesterday we started off at freezing. Today we're in the 40s and in the 50s to start the day. Let's go ahead and start, though, with the biggest impact to your day, which is going to be the winds. Winds are going to be potentially gusting up to 30 miles per hour during the day today, especially in the mid-morning hours. So keep that in mind if you're going to be doing any barbecues outside or anything like that. Pretty windy conditions to contend with today. As we're starting off the day, it's 50 in Kerrville, 50 in San Antonio, 41 in Pleasanton, 50 in Del Rio, 41 in Carrizo Springs, 49 in Gonzales. Yesterday morning, Kerrville started off in the 20s. We started off at freezing yesterday morning in San Antonio. The reason why it's a little bit warmer is because humidity has been on the rise steadily since yesterday. It doesn't feel humid out there, but temperatures can never go below the dew points. So dew points are up, temperatures are up. 40 in Rio Medina, 39 in Hondo, 45 in Converse. Good morning in Seguin. It's 49 degrees, 44 in New Braunfels. There's also some patchy fog out there, especially along 35 as you're heading into Comal, Guadalupe County and out into San Marcos. There are areas of some patchy fog just to be aware of. Otherwise, it's going to be a mostly sunny and really pleasant day today. We'll be near 60 degrees by 10, and right around 10, that's when you're really going to start to notice the winds picking up. Noon, mostly sunny and windy at near 70 degrees, and for the afternoon high temperature today, 75. Beautiful out there, but warmer than seasonably average. Let's take a look at high temperatures in your neighborhood today. It'll be 75 in Del Rio, 77 in Eagle Pass, 80 in Cotulla, 78 in Pleasanton, 73 Canyon Lake, 71 in Kerrville, 77 in Hondo. As we take a look at the weather setup, quite an active weather pattern across the Four Corners region. This is that same system that brought that atmospheric river to California, bringing flooding, torrential rains. Unfortunately for us, all of this rain and snow is going to be moving up to the north, so we're not going to see many impacts from this system. However, there's a high just to our east, and whenever you have a high pressure system and a low pressure system fairly close together to each other, like on the map right now, you're going to have windy conditions. This creates a pressure gradient, and air flows from high pressure to low pressure, so that's the reason the winds are going to pick up. And because the winds are going to be from the south, the humidity is also going to increase as well. Take a look at the futurecast dew points. Notice that the bright green color here across southeast Texas and eastern Texas, as well as into Louisiana, that low pressure system is really going to funnel in that humidity from the south. That front is going to fall apart and not really impact us temperature wise, but again, it is going to funnel in that humidity. So as we start off the day tomorrow for the holiday, it will be foggy. Right now we're having very isolated areas of fog. I think fog will be more widespread early tomorrow morning, perhaps even a sprinkle or two. 58 degrees early tomorrow morning. This is a snapshot at 7, but by 10 o'clock skies start to clear, and it's actually going to be a pretty warm day tomorrow. We're talking high temperature near 80 degrees. That is almost 20 degrees above the seasonal average for the day. Then Tuesday is going to be a warm one too, and another low pressure system. This one's going to move a little bit further south, and so I do think we have a brief window, about 20% chance for an isolated shower on Wednesday. Not a great chance for rain. We definitely need some rain in San Antonio. Exceptional drought out there. It doesn't look good for rainfall for us in the coming days. So the big takeaway is windy today, warm through the first half of the week. Second half of the week will be cooler with lower humidity. Temperatures will be pretty seasonable this weekend. We'll be in the 60s for the highs.
All right, Sarah, thank you so much. I know so many people are going to be out and about tomorrow, so they're going to be watching that fog.
Yeah, I think it should dissipate through the mid-morning hours.
And dress in layers.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Thanks, Sarah. Time now, 6:48, 49 degrees out.
After the break, a neighborhood rooster is stirring up all sorts of problems for his owners, who are now in a battle with neighbors over his behavior. We'll investigate next.
Let's take a live look out at the roadways right now. Not too many people out and about just yet. It is still early. If anything pops up, we'll keep you posted.
This morning, Dallas police are investigating a second incident at the tampering at the Dallas Zoo.
So someone cut an opening into a fence housing a clouded leopard on Friday. We told you about this one. The animal escaped, was later found safe on the zoo's grounds. Investigators now revealing that yesterday a similar breach was found at a monkey habitat.
That's right. The monkeys called langurs. That enclosure had some kind of damage to it. Thankfully, none of them escaped. Police are not sure if the two incidents are related, and they continue their investigation. So over in Maryland, a couple is fighting hundreds of dollars worth of fines after their neighbor complained about their rooster. Jackie and Drew Tannenbaum say their rooster named Wilbur, he's a good egg. People in their area own horses, chickens, roosters, and more. But one neighbor has been complaining about Wilbur since the Tannenbaums got him in August. Drew says the neighbor doesn't like his early morning crowing, so they filed complaints with the county.
The county has now issued us 2 citations for having Wilbur, one for $150 and a second one for $4,650. And it's essentially, I think, $150 for every alleged crow that Wilbur makes that our neighbor was able to document.
Wilbur. So Jackie put a petition on change.org called Saving Wilbur the Rooster. So far, more than 5,000 people have signed it.
He's just a really funny rooster. He protects the flock. He flaps his wings. He chirps. He's really just friendly and fun to be around. I think just there's the common feeling that roosters and chickens belong in the country, and I think that people just really agree with us that there's a lot of support in this community to let people live a rural lifestyle and enjoy the simple pleasures of having your own food come from your backyard.
The county says the neighbor has to provide proof of excessive noise. Then Animal Services Board will decide to uphold or dismiss the case. The hearing is January 24th. So for now, Wilbur remains free as a bird. I think the neighbor.
Well done. That's a good pun.
Yeah, the neighbor's not a morning person, Max.
No, I get that. First off, hashtag free Wilbur.
Free Wilbur.
Second of all, innocent until proven guilty.
Right?
I stand with Wilbur until there's overwhelming evidence.
Wilbur just likes to get up early and let everyone know they have to watch GMSA.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Okay.
Time now, 6:54, 49 degrees.
Here's what's coming up at 7 on Good Morning America.
Good morning. Coming up on GMA, the new revelations made public about more classified documents found in President Biden's Delaware home. This as a special counsel is now investigating and questions mount for the administration. Also coming up, the LAPD under scrutiny after releasing new body camera video of an arrest. It shows an English teacher repeatedly tased. He later died. The calls for answers from his family. Plus, more on the Mega Millions, a new mystery billionaire drawing eyes on one small New England town as we wait for the winning ticket owner to claim that big jackpot. It's all ahead right here on GMA.
Well, outside right now, beautiful sunrise to start the day. It is warmer than it was yesterday, but it's still chilly. It's 50 degrees outside. Winds are starting to pick up, and the winds are going to be a big story today. We'll have south winds at 15 to 20, gusting up to 30 miles per hour, so a pretty windy day. Otherwise, warming up to 75 this afternoon. Sunsets close to 6. It'll be a mild evening. Temperatures will be in the 60s tonight, and we'll actually see clouds redevelop in after midnight. Some fog early tomorrow. But again, those winds are a big story today, gusts up to 30 miles per hour possible. Looking ahead to tomorrow, 58 to start the day with some patchy morning fog, 80 for the highs both tomorrow and Tuesday. So a warm start to the week. A weak cool front moves through on Wednesday. That knocks our mornings back down into the 40s, afternoons into the 70s and 60s to round out the week.
Okay, before we go, check this out, a special Harry Potter themed birthday party for a San Antonio pug named Bo. He turned 9 years old on Saturday. KSAT viewers AJ Araguin and Sabrina Morales sent in these photos, and they are truly magical. Bo and his 3 brothers were joined by other 4-legged friends with their Hogwarts acceptance letters on display. And yes, there were pup cakes and other treats for both dogs and witches and wizards.
I think if Harry Potter was a dog, it would be
Ravenclaws. Oh, that is so cute. Look at that.
Hufflepuffs.
Hufflepuffs.
Oh my gosh.
This is the cutest birthday party.
This is a millennial birthday party.
Okay, is Bo a Gryffindor?
Clearly a Gryffindor.
He has to be a Gryffindor. Okay.
We have a lot coming up. We're going to take an hour off, and then we'll see you back here at 8 a.m.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
All right, we're starting off with a live look out at the Alamo City. It is 48 degrees to start your Sunday morning. What does the rest of the day look like? What does the MLK March look like? What about the rest of the week? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. But until then, good morning. It is 8 o'clock. It is Sunday, January 15th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. So you were walking around with like a parka on a few moments ago.
Okay, well, it was cold outside. I know it's not as cold as it was yesterday, but I know we had some like fog out there. Or is it more moisture in the air, Sarah? Because it got to my bones where I was like bone cold and couldn't warm up.
There is more moisture in the air out there today, but it's not going to be noticeable out there really too much. Again, there were some areas of patchy fog, but that has really started to lift, and it's going to be a mostly sunny and windy day. The winds are going to be the biggest impact to your Sunday. It is chilly out there. You do need a jacket. It's 49 degrees outside, but notice that those dew points are up quite a bit from yesterday. Yesterday, dew points were in the 20s. Now dew points are in the 40s. So increasing humidity, yes, but not necessarily a perceptible humidity out there. It's going to feel great outside still today. 50 in Del Rio, 50 in Kerrville. Good morning in New Braunfels. It's 41 degrees, 40 in Hondo, 41 in Pleasanton, and 47 in Gonzales. Here's what we're going to talk about today. We will detail those winds. Later, we'll have gusts up to 30 miles per hour, even though the winds are calm right now. High temperature in the 70s, so a beautiful day. Now, tomorrow for the march, there might be some patchy morning fog. It'll be warm, though, in the afternoon with a high temperature near 80. And this week, detailing a midweek cool front and some slim rain chances. I'll have those forecast details for you in just a few minutes. Max and Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. Students facing food insecurity, that's one thing a sorority on the east side of San Antonio is trying to eliminate. The local Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority hosted a service yesterday morning that was part of the sorority's Childhood Hunger Initiative Power Pack project. The project serves to help children experiencing food insecurity at Booker T. Washington Elementary School. The food collected is given as weekly food packs to the children. Organizers say food insecurity is just one of the many issues people are dealing with, but they don't have to face them on their own.
There's many families throughout our community facing food insecurity, housing insecurity. We as a community can definitely make a difference if we come together to help.
Organizers say they will continue to create and deliver weekly food packs to students at Booker T. Washington throughout the year.
Also, if you or anyone you know faces food insecurity or you'd like to step up and help out, the San Antonio Food Bank is taking donations. Workforce Solution Alamo also accepting those donations at all 16 of their career centers through the end of January. If you want to help out, you can check out all the details right now. Just head to KSAT.com. Well, tomorrow, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and after 2 years of virtual events, one of the biggest MLK marches across the country, it is live once again in our San Antonio streets.
Excited for it to be back. GMSA's Alyssa Cole joining us live now. Now, Alyssa, event leaders are saying they are prepared for a very big turnout for tomorrow morning.
Well, good morning, Max and Sarah. That's exactly right. You know, back when this march was in person back in March 2020, they had roughly about 300,000 people. But tomorrow they're anticipating an additional 100,000 more. But, you know, let me give you a little look here around Pittman Sullivan Park. You can see the preparations are already underway. The different vendor booths are stretched out across the parking lot here. You can even see some of the food trucks lined up against the parking lot. Now, let me give you some more information. Back in September, the MLK Commission successfully lobbied San Antonio City Council for an extra $200,000, and which brings their total budget to $300,000 this year. That means there will be more activities, an upgrade in staging, and better organization overall. The theme this year is Together We Can Be the Dream. Robinson says diversity is the key part of San Antonio's march that makes our event stand out from others across the country.
As long as we're still around, his dream will continue to exist and to be manifested. But I honestly would say, though, that there are some things that are going on today that Dr. King would truly be disappointed in. So we still have work to do.
And that was the MLK March. That was the MLK March Commission Chairman Dwayne Robinson you all just heard from. Now the march will start at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Academy at 10 a.m., followed by the park celebration here at Pittman Sullivan Park. There will be food performances, vendors, play areas, and all kinds of fun. So if you have the day off tomorrow, consider coming down to the MLK Day March. It'll be worth your while. Back to you all at the desk.
Thank you, Alyssa. All right, the impressive downtown expansion, the emphasis on computer science, and of course, all the football team success. We're talking about UTSA and the growth and the future of the university.
Go Roadrunners. Joining us in today's Leading SA segment is UTSA President Dr. Taylor Amy. Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Max. And good morning, San Antonio. It's a pleasure to join KSAT this morning. Thanks.
Well, thank you for joining us. Now, you just unveiled the opening of San Pedro 1, part of the downtown expansion. Big picture, how important is this not only to UTSA, but to all of downtown San Antonio?
We believe deeply in our urban serving mission as a university. The city of San Antonio and Bexar County are really strategic partners for us. And we're all in on this concept of who we educate and how we educate. We're deep believers in this notion that a four-year degree is one of the greatest equalizers and so important to affect trajectories. But we also care about helping the San Antonio economy grow, and we're really excited about supporting data science, cyber, AI, those kinds of things as we grow our economy here in San Antonio, because we want to keep the kids here in San Antonio after they graduate from UTSA.
So, Dr. Amy, what comes next in terms of expanding UTSA's growth downtown?
Yeah, you might have. Thank you, by the way, for covering our event the other day. That was very special. We talked about San Pedro 2 coming. It's the property right across San Pedro Creek from San Pedro 1. That is going to be a very, very large and impressive building that focuses on expanding the kinds of things that we're doing in San Pedro 1, but also with a focus on experiential learning and on things related to getting our young people out in the community learning in internships and things like that. So it's going to have a very important additional focus for us as we continue to placemake downtown and as we continue to prepare the future workforce for San Antonio.
And data science, cybersecurity, and so many more technology jobs. It's been such a top priority for UTSA. And what does that collaboration look like between UTSA and local businesses like Port San Antonio, the military?
Oh, there are some very special ecosystems here in San Antonio. We have a huge national security ecosystem here. We have a big health and healthcare provision and health informatics focus. We have a huge manufacturing focus. All of these things are important to the future of San Antonio. I am really delighted in the things I get to do with Greater SATX and Jenna Saucedo Herrera's efforts around growing our economy here. We are really deeply aligned with that effort because the things that we're focusing on the two buildings on San Pedro Creek are directly tied to the economies that we're trying to grow here in San Antonio. And so we work closely with USAA, with HEB, with Valero, with Newstar, with Rackspace. All of these companies are really important to us and where we're going. We work closely with the military and with NSA Texas and Port San Antonio. All of that is very important to our ecosystem that we have here around national security. It's a pleasant challenge to have all of these strategic partnerships that we work together with to grow economic development so that the kids that we graduate from all of our universities can stay here in San Antonio and help the San Antonio economy.
Dr. Amy, we are big Roadrunners fans here on GMSA. So what has the football program and Coach Jeff Traylor's success meant for the growth of the school?
Well, you know, I'm delighted in my AD, Dr. Lisa Campos. She's hired some awesome coaches. Coach Pittman, Coach Aston, Coach Price Torak, Coach Hallmark. They've all brought intense focus on developing cultures around preparing young people to be student athletes and then to go out into the world and make it a better place. And the culture that they have around each of their sports is really, really noticeable. And it is especially so for Coach Traylor. and the culture he's created around let's go 2-0 and the triangle of toughness. And we're just grateful for that. I can't tell you the impact that athletics has had on where we're going as a university. The city of San Antonio has adopted us. Texas has adopted us. We're making moves at a national scale now that are very, very impactful. And I do want to give my colleagues in athletics a shout out. They work so hard to move the needle on becoming a bigger operation. We look forward to moving into the American Athletic Conference. And I'm proud to say that Coach Traylor is joining us tomorrow on the MLK March. He's going to be speaking at noon at the end of the march. And so if you want to hear him again, come on over to the march. The march is important, but Coach Traylor will be speaking at the end of the march.
We will be out there for sure. Last question for you. San Antonio has so much young talent, and we're seeing more and more advanced learning programs at earlier ages. You know, you alluded to it a little bit, but what exactly is the school doing to keep this young talent, especially in terms of cybersecurity? How are you keeping this young talent here in the Alamo City?
You know, we collaborate with the ISDs around dual enrollment programs, early college career programs. We work closely with Alamo colleges around making transfer from Alamo colleges to UTSA so seamless. And that's a really important partnership for us. But we have a huge focus on experiential learning. Our accrediting body requires us every 10 years to have a quality enhancement plan in place to really make a difference in what we do. And we focused on career engaged learning, experiential learning. We want all of our road runners taking advantage of all the opportunities we have here in San Antonio to work while they go to school with paid internships in particular. And if you can have that program in place for all of our road runners, the chance of keeping these road runners here in San Antonio because they've already got a history of working with a not-for-profit or a company or city government or whatever it is, the opportunities to keep these young people here in San Antonio, which we care about so much, increases dramatically because of this focus that we have on experiential learning. So we're all in on keeping runners here in San Antonio.
Dr. Taylor Amy, president of UTSA, thank you so much for taking your time to join us this morning. And of course, for our viewers, you can find the full conversation later on KSAT.com this morning. Of course, go road runners.
Sarah, Max, thank you. Take care. Be well. Bye-bye.
Time now, 8:12, 49 degrees out.
Okay, a new planet discovered by NASA. What scientists are saying about the similarities it has with Earth.
Oh, interesting. And we've been talking about the Dallas Zoo a lot in the last 48 hours. They're now learning about a second tampering incident. Now, this time, it involves monkeys, what the zoo officials are telling us.
49 degrees at 8:12 this morning. Beautiful sunrise we had earlier today. Hey, but there's going to be a lot going on tomorrow on the east side for the MLK March. Sarah Spivey will have that forecast when we come back. Police in Texas are investigating a second incident of tampering at the Dallas Zoo. Someone cut an opening in a fence housing a clouded leopard on Friday, and that animal escaped and was later found safe on the zoo's ground. But yesterday, there was a similar breach at a monkey habitat. Police are not sure if the two incidents are related. No monkeys escaped this breach, but police continue their investigation.
All right, we want to tell you about something very important, very intergalactic. So check this out. Scientists at NASA discovering a new Earth-sized planet orbiting a habitable zone of its star. Data from nearby satellites shows it's within the habitable range of distances where liquid water could be found on the planet's surface. NASA says the new planet is 95% Earth size, likely has a rocky surface, also takes 28 days to orbit its star, and is thought to be tidally locked, which means it only spins once per orbit. So guys.
So there's aliens out there?
So I think the question is, could this environment foster life on another planet?
Absolutely.
That's crazy that it only takes 28 days to orbit its star. That means its year is only 28 days.
Yep.
That's kind of crazy.
What a fun year. It's like their years are months.
We would be like hundreds of years old.
And still look fabulous, Sarah Spivey.
Still look fabulous. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the weather this morning. Sarah and I have been talking about that planet all morning long for just a little behind the scenes.
Aliens.
Yeah. All right. Okay. This morning, visibility is a lot lower out across the east side toward Randolph Air Force Base and even up toward New Braunfels. We're seeing some patchy fog out there this morning. So keep that in mind if you're heading to church early this morning or just heading out and about. You may run into some areas of patchy fogs in the valleys around San Antonio. Otherwise, though, it is cool. You'll want the jacket this morning, but it is not nearly as cool as it was yesterday morning. It's 41 in New Braunfels. Good morning in Hondo. It's 40 degrees, 50 in Kerrville. Quite an improvement in Kerrville. They were in the 20s yesterday morning. 48 in Rock Springs, 50 in Del Rio, 50 in Cotulla. It really is exaggerated how much warmer we are this morning than we are yesterday morning when you look at this map here. This is the 24-hour temperature change, up some 10 to even 20 degrees from the start of the day yesterday. Why have we seen temperatures warmer than yesterday morning? We've got clear skies. Well, the reason for that is because we have slightly higher humidity out there. And today the humidity is going to continue to increase because it's going to be windy. The winds are going to impact your weather. By about mid-morning, we'll have wind gusts of up to 30 miles per hour. Into the afternoon, 25 to 30 mile per hour wind gusts are entirely possible. And sustained winds, too, are going to be pretty strong from the south at 15 to 20 miles per hour. So a windy day, and even though the humidity will be on the rise, you won't necessarily feel it. You really start to feel the humidity when dew points start to get into the upper 50s, low 60s. And throughout the day today, dew points will be in the 50s for us. So still pleasant outside, but by tomorrow morning, the dew points will be close to 60 degrees, and you'll see some fog out there and feel the humidity in the morning hours. As for your KSAT 12-hour forecast for today, 60 degrees at 10. Again, it's after 10 that our winds start to pick up. The afternoon will be in the 70s, 75 degrees for the high temperature today. A beautiful day. And then this evening going to be pretty mild with temperatures falling into the 60s. In your neighborhood, it'll be 71 in Bulverde, 75 in Rio Medina, 77 in Seguin, 77 in Floresville, 77 in Gonzales, 71 in Kerrville, 75 in Bandera. Our average high temperature this time of year is 63 degrees. We're going to be warmer than that by some 10 to 15 degrees. So a warmer than average day. It'll be in the mid 70s out west toward Uvalde and Sabinal. As you take a look at the weather setup, very active across parts of the desert southwest and the Four Corners region. There's that low pressure system that brought a lot of rain to California. Unfortunately, this is going to move to the north of us here, so we're not going to see any rain from this system at all. But by about Wednesday, there's going to be another front, another system that sets up out west. This one's going to track through North Texas. So unfortunately for us in San Antonio, we'll be on the tail end of things, but we'll still get a small window there, 20% for an isolated shower. Don't bank on a lot of rain, though, with that. We'll be talking a little bit more about that front coming up in the next half hour of GMSA, but still a warm start to the week with some patchy fog early tomorrow morning and temperatures in the 80s both tomorrow and Tuesday. Then by Wednesday, we get a weak cool front moving through. Temperatures in the mornings will be back down into the 40s and afternoons will be in the 70s and 60s. Still warmer than seasonally average, but comfortable.
And tomorrow morning for the MLK parade march, it's going to be muggy-ish.
Yeah, I think we'll have some patchy fog by the mid-morning hours. The march kicks off at 10. That fog will be starting to dissipate.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sarah. Time now, 8:21, 50 degrees out.
The streaming service HBO Max has increased their purchase prices this year. Boo. So how much will it be now? We'll tell you after the break.
And the beverage, Pepsi Zero, well, it has a new taste. What taste testers are saying about it and when you can try it. Good morning and welcome back. Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new taste for the new year. The beverage company says, this is my favorite part, the new formula has more caffeine. Yes. And it has a revamped sweetener. That's fun too. Pepsi says taste testers called the flavor bolder and more refreshing. This is also Pepsi saying their own product is better. Some Reddit users also say it's sweeter with a less of an unpleasant aftertaste. You can try it yourselves. The new Pepsi Zero Sugar just hit stores. Have you tried it?
No, but I am Team Diet Pepsi Bill Miller's. They make the best Diet Pepsi. I agree.
Okay.
Sarah Spivey, who used to work at Bill Miller's, she agrees.
So hold on. So you're saying the Diet Pepsi at Bill Miller's tastes different than all other Diet Pepsi?
Absolutely.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, way better than the in the can plastic bottle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Days of Alla Bill Miller's.
Okay. All right, moving on. HBO Max is increasing its price for the first time since its launch. The streaming service will cost $1 more. That makes it about $16 a month. Man, inflation.
So is this $1 more a month or $1 more a year?
A month.
Okay.
A month. So $16 a month, which is just a few cents more than the standard Netflix plan, but it just seems like so much more expensive, right? So this version of HBO Max that has ads will remain about $10 a month.
So you can get the cheaper version, but it comes with ads.
Right.
Are you an HBO Max person?
I am.
Yeah.
I am, and I will reluctantly pay the extra $1.
I have a hot take. It's not that hot a take. HBO Max over Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Everyone knows that. Hey, but Hulu, do not sleep on Hulu.
Hulu has live sports. Time now, 8:27, 50 degrees out.
Okay, the death toll rising in Ukraine after a Russian missile strike. What officials are saying as they continue the search and rescue efforts.
And cowboys and cowgirls saddling up to compete in the first Right to Ride in San Antonio Rodeo next month. We have the latest action from Uvalde. Good morning and happy Sunday. I'm Max Massey.
I'm Sarah Costa. It's Sunday, January 15th. Wow, I'm just 2 days behind. No big deal. That's why I have Max here.
Yeah, no, it is January 15th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. And yes, we're officially above 50 degrees. It took a while to get here yesterday. We started in the 30s. You made it outside, though. Enjoyed the sunshine.
I did. It was beautiful outside. Sarah, can we expect the same thing later this afternoon?
We can expect really beautiful weather today, even about 10 degrees warmer than yesterday, and it will be windy too. But all in all, a great day to be outside. Let's go ahead and take a look at the visibility because we do still have some lingering patchy fog for areas on the east side of Bexar County, near to Converse and up toward New Braunfels. Visibility down there, just a little bit from some patchy fog. Otherwise, though, it's a great start to the day, 49 degrees. Chilly. Those winds are calm right now, but we are going to see winds pick up quite a bit here in just a little while. It's 50 in Kerrville. Good morning in Canyon Lake. It's 55 degrees, 44 at Stinson, 40 in Hondo, 46 in Rio Medina, 51 in Gonzales, and 43 in Uvalde. For the rest of the extended weekend today, the big story is going to be the winds, 75 for the high temperature. Tomorrow for the march, there still will be some patchy morning fog, but it will end up being a warm day with a high temperature near 80 degrees. In the week ahead, though, we are expecting a bit of a cool down. I'll give you those details coming up in a few. Sarah, Max.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, tomorrow, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and after 2 years of virtual events, the biggest MLK march in the country, it is back in San Antonio, and it is live.
Very excited for it to be back. GMSA's Alyssa Cole joining us now. Alyssa, event leaders, what are they saying about this big turnout that's happening tomorrow?
Max, Sarah, good morning. Yes, a big turnout is exactly what they're anticipating. Last time this march was held in person back in 2020, there was roughly about 300,000 people. But this year, tomorrow, they're anticipating an additional 100,000. And right now I'm at Pittman Sullivan Park, and I want to show you exactly how these preparations are looking. You can see the different vendor booths organized here across the parking lot, and even right here along the way, you can see those food trucks. Can't wait to get a bite of that tomorrow. But let me give you some more information. Now, back in September, the MLK Commission successfully lobbied San Antonio City Council for an extra $200,000, which brings their total budget to $300,000 this year. That means there will be more activities, an upgrade in staging, and better organization overall. The theme this year is Together We Can Be the Dream. Dwayne Robertson is the commission chairman, and he says diversity is the key part of San Antonio's march that makes our event stand out from other ones across the country.
As long as we're still around, his dream will continue to exist and to be manifested. But I honestly would say, though, that there are some things that are going on today that Dr. King would truly be disappointed in. So we still have work to do.
Now, the march will start at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Academy at 10 a.m., followed by the park celebration here at Pittman Sullivan Park. There will be food, multicultural performances, vendors, play areas. I mean, all kinds of fun. It's going to be a good time. So if you have tomorrow off, consider coming down to the march. Bring your family, bring the kids. It's going to be a really, really great time. Back to you all at the desk.
Thank you, Alyssa. Well, it's just about time to rodeo San Antonio and Uvalde getting a head start. It was the first ever qualifier finals for the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo in Uvalde. For over a year, thousands of people have worked together coordinating this week-long event. It saw more than 800 contestants compete in a variety of events. The top 10 finalists in each event, well, they get to come to next month's rodeo here in San Antonio. On top of being the rodeo's first qualifier event, this event brings the sights and sounds of a big city rodeo to a small community like Uvalde.
Bring the sport of rodeo to anywhere we can. That is really one of our missions. Let kids see it, let everybody see it. It's such a fun event, and it's been going on for generations and decades.
I can sit back and I can say, every contestant out there, you had a shot to get into San Antonio, which is the biggest, baddest rodeo in the nation.
All right, and last year, the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo, get this, they gave away more than $11 million in scholarships. And that, again, is the goal this year, all while trying to inspire the next generation of cowboys and cowgirls.
Crime in San Antonio has many people over the edge, and some neighborhood organizations throughout San Antonio are deciding to work together to combat violence. Organizations like Big Mama's House, Rise and Recovery, and Youth for Christ are working together to form their own violence prevention office. So 8 organizations, including SAPD, will try to raise San Antonio's violence prevention index. San Antonio is scoring a low 16 out of 100.
The challenge right now is everybody speaking from their box, and that's great. And great partners are here and great people doing great work. But the truth is we need to unite and have one voice in the city, and that's to advocate for the safety of our children.
The community groups plan to meet consistently, looking at best practices and finding possible funding. They plan to work with the mayor on forming that community office of violence prevention.
In your morning headlines, 68 people pronounced dead in the aftermath of a plane crash in Nepal. It is Nepal's deadliest plane crash in nearly 30 years. Rescuers this morning still combing through the crash site, and this is happening near the Seti River, about a mile away from Pokhara International Airport. Workers are expecting to find more bodies throughout today's search. It was a twin-engine plane that was only on a 27-minute long flight. It was carrying 68 passengers and 4 crew members. Still, the investigation is ongoing, trying to figure out what exactly caused the crash.
The death toll keeps growing as rescuers dig through the rubble of a building obliterated by Russian missile strike in Ukraine. The latest word is that at least 22 people have died after a Russian missile hit this apartment building. On Saturday, officials say more than 40 others are still unaccounted for as rescue crews look for victims who are believed to be trapped in the rubble. More than 70 people are wounded in the attack. Now to the crisis on the border of Mexico. The Democratic mayor of New York City traveling there today, pleading for more federal help.
As more migrants are headed north, the mayor says funds are running low. ABC's Phil Lipoff has the latest.
This morning, New York City Mayor Eric Adams touring the southern border in El Paso and asking the federal government for emergency funding for New York City. The mayor speaking this week with Caribbean Power Jam Radio.
And I really believe it's irresponsible that we have not had a real national response to what's happening at our border.
And New York City isn't alone. Denver, Chicago, and Washington, D.C., among other cities, asking for similar emergency help. Governors from Texas, Arizona, Florida, and Colorado have been busing migrants out of their states. Adams says he can no longer afford to shelter more migrants. 40,000 coming to New York City since the spring, a record 800 in one day, 3,100 last week alone. Shelters in New York City at their limits, so this 28-story, 1,300-room luxury hotel is being used to house migrants, some seeking asylum. Still, Adams says more is needed to house, feed, and educate migrants. He says it will cost the city between $1.5 and $2 billion, and he's only received $10 million in federal aid.
The strain on our infrastructure is just immense.
President Biden visiting the border last week, meeting with El Paso's mayor amid a crisis now not just in border states, but across the country as well.
That was ABC's Phil Lipoff reporting. A Canyon Lake High School student taking home a $10,000 scholarship from the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo Western Art Contest. He's the first to do so from his school. Baton Evans' Rodeo Metal Rooster sculpture won this year's annual art competition. So the competition was open to South Central Texas high school students ages 14 to 18, more than 430 art entries. 2 other Comal ISD students received top 25 ribbons in the Western Art Contest.
And speaking of art, super popular immersive art experience, Meow Wolf, is coming to Texas. The first location set to open this summer in Grapevine Mills Mall, just north of Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. It's expected to have at least 30 rooms. They're going to be filled with local artists' work. A Houston location is expected to open in 2024. I sent this to you yesterday. What are your thoughts?
It looks like a Zillow gone wild. Like sometimes when they're like, you never know what's inside a house, and you swipe and it's like something looks like that.
Yeah. I'll check it out. Bring one to San Antonio.
Yeah, we'll
do a live shot there. We'll have fun.
Oh, that'd be a fun live shot.
Yeah, time now just about 8:41, 52 degrees out.
One man in Ohio tried to wiggle his way out of going to jail for drinking while driving. What he's seen doing on body cam footage to try to prove police that he's sober.
I don't think it worked out.
No.
And taking a live look out of the Alamo City, 52 degrees now. What is the rest of the day? What is the forecast for tomorrow's March? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. Welcome back. A man suspected of driving while intoxicated, really trying to think outside the box when police pulled him over.
Instead, to try to prove he was sober, he did a backflip. CNN's Jeannie Mose has the body cam video.
During a traffic stop, you're not supposed to give police any back talk, but what about a backflip? 27-year-old Tanner Watson told a Broadway Heights, Ohio police officer that he'd had 3 or 4 beers.
Yeah, man, your driving's pretty bad. Your eyes are super glossy.
The officer could smell booze, so he started the usual sobriety tests. Follow my finger with your eyes, walk in a straight line. But instead, Watson took off his cap and suggested a different challenge.
Sure thing, man.
Do that, you know.
That's good, man. I can't do that.
His backflip didn't backfire.
You're gonna start
left foot. But it also didn't get him out of the usual sobriety tests, which Watson got belligerent about doing.
What's up?
What's up is you're under arrest.
Tanner, turn around, place your hands behind your back, okay?
Thus, Tanner Watson joins the ranks of others who overperformed during DWI stops, from the Florida man who did a cartwheel but blew the landing, to the Canadian crooner who sang the lyrics to Bohemian Rhapsody flawlessly for 6 minutes. Mama! No wonder folks fell for this parody from Reno 911.
I want you to step, bump, bump, step, bump, bump.
You know what would be good is if you hitch kicked and then you kind of...
That was comedy.
You a dancer?
No, I'm just drunk.
Though real life is starting to compete, still a backflip is better than flipping the bird and worse than towing the line. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
All right, well, it's 52 degrees out. Just gonna go away from that one. 52 degrees. Tomorrow, a big march in store.
Yes.
What are we looking at?
So some patchy fog tomorrow for the march, but you know, all in all, it should be pretty nice today and really pretty warm tomorrow as well. So let's get down to it. Let's talk first about the impact to your day today. Biggest impact is going to be the wind gusts of up to 30 miles per hour. So a windy day. Now keep in mind that these wind gusts are going to be from the south, so it's not that cedar breeze. If the winds were from the north, we'd be worried about Mountain Cedar going up. We've yet to get the pollen count in today, but as soon as we do, that'll be posted on KSAT.com, and I'll post it on the social media sites too. But if you're planning on doing maybe a barbecue or a cookout, you know, I know that there's a lot of playoff games today, not necessarily the Cowboys, but it is going to be a pretty windy day. If you have any kind of outdoor paper plates or utensils, you'll want to make sure they're weighed down. 45 degrees this morning in Uvalde. It's 41 in New Braunfels, 52 in Gonzales, 45 55 in Pleasanton, 51 in Kerrville. As we take a closer look to San Antonio again, yesterday this time of the day we were starting off near freezing, so this is warmer than yesterday morning. Good morning in Canyon Lake. It's 56 degrees, 57 in Comfort, and 45 in Uvalde. We've still got some patchy fog along 35 and across the eastern part of Bexar County. Visibility down to 2 to 4 miles depending on how thick that fog is. And again, it's fairly patchy and isolated to the east side of town and along 35. We'll be looking at temperatures near 70 degrees already by noon. So a quick warm up here for us. It's going to get windy after about 10 o'clock this morning, and we'll be looking at a high temperature right around 75. In the evening after the sun sets close to 6, it'll be pretty mild. You'll just need a light sweater if you're planning on going out later on tonight. As we look at the highs in your neighborhood today, it'll be 75 in Uvalde, 77 in Carrizo Springs, 80 in Cotulla, 77 in Gonzales, 73 Canyon Lake, low 70s across the hill country. Let's talk for a moment about our weather setup. You can see that cirrus clouds are increasing from the west. So as we head into the afternoon, you will see some cirrus clouds. There's quite a bit of snowfall across the Four Corners region. Low pressure system here bringing a cold front across parts of West Texas. Know, though, that all of this precipitation is just going to move up and over Texas, and a big part of the reason for that is this high pressure system, which remains dominant. The pressure difference between this high and low is what's going to kick up those winds for us. We're going to see those winds increasing after about 10 o'clock this morning, and that's going to increase the Gulf of Mexico humidity as well. So look at futurecast dew points as that low gets closer. Humidity is going to rise across East Texas, including here in San Antonio and South Central Texas. That front's going to fall through, not really bringing us any kind of cooling weather, but as we start the day tomorrow, know that there will be some fog because of that increasing humidity. So early tomorrow morning, 58 degrees with that patchy fog. By 10 o'clock, that'll be lifting. And in the afternoon tomorrow, it'll be mostly sunny and warm. 80 degrees for the high temperature tomorrow. That's about 15 to 20 degrees above the average for this time of year. So a warmer than average day. Then another system is going to set up across the Four Corners region on Tuesday. That'll be moving through Texas on Wednesday. But once again, a low a little too far north, we're only going to have a 20% chance for an isolated shower. Most of the rain associated with this system will be across North Texas and up into the Central Plains. As we just summarize everything I talked about right now, today we'll be at 75, but tomorrow and Tuesday in the 80s, and then that front moves through, makes things a little bit more palatable for us. Chilly mornings in the 40s, comfortable afternoons in the 60s and 70s.
I love San Antonio for a variety of reasons.
Okay.
But the fact that it's like 70s and sunny in the middle of January, one of the reasons.
Just wait until summer, man.
Yeah. No. No summer,
no,
please.
that's what Sarah said.
No.
Thank you, Sarah. Time now, 8:51, 53 degrees.
We'll be right back.
And right on cue, we got the pollen count in right before the show ends. That's great. Mountain cedar is moderate at 300. That's down from yesterday, so that's good news. You know, yesterday it was at 5,000, so improvement there. You know, with the south winds today, I don't anticipate mountain cedar going up too much from where it is right now. However, when that front arrives on Wednesday, we'll have to wait and see what happens. We're in the middle of mountain cedar season. Molds are low at 240. All right, outside already 54 degrees, and notice those winds are picking up. Winds are from the south at about 10 miles per hour. Today we'll be seeing them sustained at 15 to 20 with gusts up to 30 miles per hour possible. High temperature of 75 this afternoon, mostly sunny skies with some cirrus clouds out there. We'll start the day tomorrow with some patchy morning fog, 80 on Monday and Tuesday. Then that front Wednesday sending in that cedar breeze and dropping temperatures to more comfortable range. Mornings in the 40s, afternoons in the 60s and 70s.
Thank you. And hey, I hope the San Antonio community, I'll see you tomorrow out at the MLK March. I'll be covering it early in the morning.
Have a great rest of your Sunday.